So it's been years since this crane has ran, and being deployed and being away from home for a long time, I really haven't had the time to mess with it. I know the truck has definitely not ran in a long time. I'm not going to mess with that today because I'm not even sure it was running, but I know this crane was running. So, will it start? And the Cats, she loves this machine, and she was out here with me before. So let's get in here. And this is a Bantam T35 truck mounted crane. And this is on a 1945 World War II 6x6 truck, GMC. So last time I was in here, I got stung by a bunch of hornets or wasps. I don't know what it was. I got stung about 8 times, and that right there's the nest. I got to get that down, but it's cold enough out here today. I think I'm going to be okay. We need to get back there to that engine. So to work on this, to get to the back of the engine, got a compartment here, which I can open from the inside, right around the corner. I need to pull that back. That's also how you get airflow to the radiator. So with that open, I can see back in there. Now I need to open up the compartment back here. We're going to have to probably swing this house around so I can get to it. And to do that, we might need to release the brake on the house here on the turntable so we can spin this around with the backhoe where we can get to it a little bit better. We're going to open this side up. And these are extra elevator weights that they put in here for weight. The floor in here is concrete. These are really heavy. Those weights, Grandpa always complained about them, said he didn't need them. They're not far enough back to really do any good. And you can see the Leroy engine right up there. It's been about 8 years or more since this ran the last time that I can remember. You can see right down there in the bottom of this engine, there's a hole for a crank. So before we do anything, I've got the crank here. I was going to stick that through there and see if that engine will even turn. Good news. That engine is free. I've kept it covered. I know there's oil in it. Yeah, I think we're going to be in good shape. And if there's enough interest, I'll do a will it start on the truck. Let me know in the comments down below.
So you'll have to release the turntable lock so we can spin it around, and you might have to release the brakes on the closing and holding line so that the bucket don't anchor you.
Yeah.
Or I can push it because it's barely touching the ground.
Yeah, I think so.
So
it'll be good to get some tension on here. We might want to oil these cables a little bit too.
Well, if we get it running, we'll work it.
Yeah. Okay. This is my junkyard tool bag. This has also been to Montana and Minnesota and everywhere we went to get a D4. And we're going to need a battery. Okay. Starting to think this thing's cursed. Oh, that hurt the ankle. All right, let's do this. Try to think of my grandfather getting up in and out of this thing how many times a day, every day. It's hurting, but I want to get this for you guys. I want to get it started. Okay. There's our engine, our 4-cylinder Leroy engine. I need to check the water in it. Antifreeze, that's good. Got parts and supplies. This should unlock our turntable, hopefully. Oh, it's just stuck. See it?
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah. Folks see it. It goes across to the other side there too.
Yeah, the pin's over. Here it is right here.
Yeah, it's stuck.
I might have to help you pry it up.
Yes.
I need a smaller.
I had it freed up.
Push on it. Help me out.
Ugh.
I'm going to have to.
Tap it down with the hammer and then tap it back up. There it goes. Dad's getting a few supplies so we can get that pin unlocked, and we're going to get this house turned.
There we go.
All right. Now. Okay.
Where I need it is underneath.
There it goes.
Here. There. Now let it back down. Some of that blast will go back in.
I had it loose when we parked this thing. I remember that.
Here.
There it goes.
Now back up again. There it went.
Okay. I don't know why they didn't just put it right here instead of putting it all the way across like they done.
Well, I don't know either. Anyway, that's what they did. So.
All right.
There should be a lock on it.
It's
to lock it up. Push on that. You got your
there's
crank
a little
on it.
pedal here.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no room in this thing. Oh, I see. That just locks it over, cams it over.
Yeah.
To lock it. Okay.
It should be up. I'll check it again.
Yeah, it is. Push it that way.
I guess this stuff will be okay in here.
Yeah, yeah. I think what he's going to do is go ahead and push that bucket a little bit further out of this way so it's not anchoring us. There we go. Pushing the whole house. There we go.
Going?
Yeah. We're going to go a little further, so I got something to climb out of here on. Right. That'll work. There we go. Now I can climb out of here onto the truck frame and down on this step. All right. I already checked the water. Let's check the oil. I think we could probably dump some Marvel in this thing and probably do it some good. Got oil.
How's it look?
It's
not bad, is
no, it's not terrible. That's one thing.
So the water was good in it?
Yeah, there's a little bit. It's a little low, but it's not terrible.
And does it look like good green antifreeze?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Here is our...
Is that our fuel hose?
That's our fuel hose. Okay.
Is the...
Well, let me put the battery up here. Okay. There's our ground. There's our hot. What if I go see if it'll turn with the starter?
All right.
I think our next plan here is to put this fuel line in a makeshift fuel tank over here. So the fuel tank on this originally was underneath the whole engine.
Oh my word. That
And
thing is tight.
Dad's trying to get the handle loose on the door, but it actually filled from up there. It goes clear underneath the engine, and we definitely don't need that much fuel. We're going to see if we can find a place I can set that temporarily. If we can set the fuel tank right here.
Here, you want it?
Maybe. Yeah. Pull it back out. Okay, now stick it back in here. There we go.
How's that?
That'll work.
As long as it don't run out.
No.
It won't come out of there. It's wedged in.
No, that'll work perfectly.
All right.
I'm going to have to reroute things. This is probably the sketchiest. It's right there. All right. I'm going to crawl up in there and see if I can get that fuel pump to pick any of that up. Okay, I'm going to get back up in there. Let me see if I can actually make it up in there this time without falling. All right, so I think this is our electric fuel pump.
Which isn't working. No.
That's our choke, which is working.
No fuel pump working here.
And then this starter, which I have nothing.
Yeah.
Not a thing. All right, and I know that battery's good. It's been on a trickle charger. The fuel pump just flipped on. I wonder if there's dirt in the switch.
You pull that cover off up there? The peak in there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's our starter. That's our fuel pump. It's working now. Hear it?
Yeah.
Hey. Should that be turning over this whole thing? Or I have a clutch in. When I hit that starter, turn these.
Yeah, it will. Go ahead. It'll turn the main gear.
Probably ought to choke it.
Did it start to pop?
No, I don't think so. There it went.
Is the throttle working? Push the throttle down about halfway.
Oh.
Is it froze?
No, it's working.
Give it about half throttle.
I don't know which way's which. I can't see it.
Down.
Down is more throttle?
Yeah.
All right, let's try starting it again. It did pop. I think give it more fuel.
Push it back in. Yeah. Give your throttle a little more and push the choke in now.
All right.
Push choke in halfway.
A little bit. There we go. You know, it popped before.
Yeah. I don't think it's getting fuel.
No, it doesn't seem like it. It had enough. Is it sucking up fuel?
Did you take the throttle clear?
I had the throttle wide open.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No, we don't want that. But
did the oil pressure come up?
yes, it did.
I hope so.
Yes, it did. It did. It's coming back down now. We're going to put a little knocker loose blasto, Dad calls it, on the throttle cable and see if I can loosen that up a little bit. It's pretty hard.
Too. See if you can find a happy medium on that throttle.
Yeah. Not wide open?
Yeah. I thought it was going to run away.
I did too. I got a little bit scared for a second. There it goes.
Is it working better?
Yeah. Here, let me see that one more time.
That's wide open where you have it there.
Yeah. That's not where Grandpa ran anything. He never ran anything wide open in his life.
No.
Not even the air conditioner or the heater.
Is it working better?
Yes. We'll crack it just there.
I'd give it a hair more than that.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're gonna give it one more try. I might need to choke it again.
A little bit. Not very long.
Let's go about half. Hold it, there's gas leaking.
Where at?
I think. I smell gas.
I do too. Where?
Something's leaking out of the head up there.
It is?
Out of the exhaust.
Oh, you got it flooded.
Yes, I do. Now I do need to crank it over with
Well,
just...
push your choke in, pull it wide open, and crank it.
There it goes. Dad said everything's rusted up, so it's not working nice.
Everything's rusted up. The brakes, it doesn't want to, it needs work. It needs exercise.
We need to do this more often.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the closing line.
Which one is it?
This is the closing line.
Okay.
This is your holding line.
And what's the closing line do?
The closing line just opens and closes your bucket.
Okay, your holding line?
And the holding line will hold it in place.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to open the bucket, but I got to jerk it a little bit. So I'll let go of the brake here with the closing line, and I can see it starting to open up. Now you can hold it. Now you close it with the closing line, and then you follow it up with the other line. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Now you killed it.
Everything's all rusted up. Nothing, the brakes don't want to work.
But we did answer the one question of this video.
What's that?
Will it start?
It did start.
Yeah, yeah.
It did start. Let me see if I can let it down here. Bucket's even rusted up.
Yeah.
We need to oil everything up and exercise it. Is all froze up. We're going to have to grease it.
That's this one.
Yeah, this isn't your swing. This is your closing line, and this is your holding line here.
And these are the brakes.
Appropriate brakes here.
What's that?
That's just a swing lock.
Okay.
And this is your boom.
This brings your boom down and up.
Up and down here, yeah. And that's just your turntable lock pin.
Yep, that's what we were
right
unlocking
there.
when we turned.
Right,
Yep.
yeah.
Does the boom work?
No, I don't want to mess with the boom.
All right.
Because it's all rusted up. It may crash.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We need to oil some things up.
Yes, we do. You sure it won't swing, huh? Yeah, she's pretty stuck. It's trying to. I can see the rangers down in there starting to move. There it goes. Now you got it.
It needs grease.
Yeah.
Is like when you're raising it up, you have to, your closing line, you follow with the holding line, you follow the closing line on the way up. When you go down, you go the opposite. You follow the holding line with the closing line. So, for instance, going up here, see how that cable got slack? See this slack cable here? That's because the holding line is, so what will happen, if I let go now, it'll drop. Watch.
That took all that slack out.
You've got to keep the holding line tight with the closing line like this. Then when you stop, you hold it with your brake, you've got no drop. Good?
Yeah.
Or a little lower?
Nah, that'll work.
All right. So I'll lock the brakes, take it out of gear, our clutch is out.
And that's the lever behind the seat.
These two.
Those two?
One's for the closing line and one's for the holding line.
Okay. Oil this in here. We're going to start it right back up.
It's got a little blow-by, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's got good oil pressure, though.
Yeah, it does.
You got the distributor on?
And, yep, that's how we had to shut this off. I just had to pull the wire off the coil. Okay, fire it up. Yeah, she wants to run. Dad just shut the electric fuel pump off. And we're gonna just run this thing out of gas. I think that's the best thing for it, don't you?
Probably.
Or just running what's in the carburetor right now. Cheers.
It runs a long time on a little gas, don't it?
Put little bits in that carburetor bowl.
Pretty economical.
Yeah, I'll say. Got a lot of work done with the 4-cylinder.
It sounds good.
Yes, it does. It really does.
I can't believe it's good.
There we go. I like this thing. What do you think? Pretty cool.
Yeah, everything's all rusted up. We need to close it up better and
Yeah, I agree.
get out here and oil some things up and
Use it more often. Start it up. Probably should do that with the truck too.
those trucks haven't been run for over 20 years.
Yeah, that other one over there, I don't even know where I can find a Leroy head gasket at. I've been looking, I can't find one. Got all the parts. Not gonna be needing the battery in here anymore. All right, got those nice and closed. Sophisticated tools for a sophisticated machine. If you want to line it up, I'll swing this.
Okay.
So I'm trying to swing the house back so we can lock it now that I've got the doors closed in the back.
Because if we leave it, it's liable to swing somewhere we don't want.
Yeah, that boom catches quite a bit of wind, and we get a lot of wind out here. So as soon as Dad's up in there, I'll swing this back, and I can do that just by pushing on this. Don't forget to release it with your foot pedal.
Yeah, it's released.
I gotta go a little ways yet. I'm trying not to go too fast so it doesn't come away from me. Which way do I need to go?
I don't know. If you come over here, you can look and see where the hole is. Underneath there.
Yeah.
Underneath.
Yeah, I know. That pin right there. Oh, we're in it.
It is?
It literally just went in there.
Take something and tap it down in good.
Yeah,
Tight.
it's pretty much down in there. It's up to the collar. Pull it back and forth a little.
I can't.
Yeah, it's up against it now. But that's where it is. It's where it belongs. Dad's going to let a little tension off the cables so we can pull those back into the house right here, and then I can close these doors up to keep the water out of here.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, a little more.
Close.
I need a little bit more.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. How's that? I'm going to lock them.
That should do it. Yeah.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, I see
Here,
that.
I can help you.
It's pretty light.
There.
There we go.
There.
It's winter time, and we thought we'd take the opportunity of this very, very unseasonably warm day to come out here and see if we could get this thing started. And I'm definitely glad we did. We got the cab sealed up right here, and we're gonna get the glass in up here and find some ways to cover the rest of this up. I feel much better about that. This thing needed sealed up years ago, and that'll keep the water and the snow out of the inside of this machine. I do want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Dad was just mentioning that Grandpa'd be pretty mad at him. Well, why is that, Dad?
Because I didn't keep the cables rolled up and they're overlapping. That was his pet peeve.
So what are we going to do about getting those cables twisted like that?
You know what? They'll be fine, because what we're going to do...
That's not the answer I was looking for. You're supposed to say not tell him.
Well, we're not going to tell him, but